Hi there. Is your cat or dog suffering from an itchy skin, digestive troubles, or maybe ear infections, recurring ear infections? Well, it all could be signs of allergies or intolerances. In this video, I will take you through the causes, symptoms, and natural solutions to help your pet get better. Now, why am I talking about this? Well, I am Sana. I am an holistic pet expert specializing in pet well-being. And so for me, it's very important to get our pets the best life that they deserve, especially our dogs and cats, of course, because that's my expertise. I will talk you through some of the most popular allergies or most common allergies and intolerances, what their causes might be, and how we can try to make them better, because of course that is super important. So we'll talk about the difference between an allergy and an intolerance. We see a very itchy cat here, scratching itself. This isn't really, I don't know this cat, but she might be suffering from an allergy or an intolerance. Both can look basically the same because of their immune reaction. So an allergy is a reaction of the immune system to a particular substance, for example, for food, for pollen, for fleas. An intolerance is that the body cannot digest a certain substance, for example, a lactose intolerance or a gluten intolerance, where there is, of course, an intolerance for grains and wheat. How they are presented in dogs and cats, of course, is in scratching, ear infections, digestive trouble. That are the most common ones. Sometimes we see even baldness in dogs and cats, which of course isn't good. What are the most common types of allergies and intolerances? Of course, food allergies, especially to chicken, beef, and lamb are the most common food allergies, and gluten, of course. Environmental allergies for pollen, for different kind of substances in the air. Parasitic allergies, a flea allergy. That is the most common one in dogs. In cats, it's less common. Chemical intolerances, for example, for vaccinations, for certain medications, that is, of course, an intolerance to the chemical substances in there. As I said, yeah, the symptoms that we can see or that we see most commonly are skin problems, itching, most common one, red spot, scabs, hair loss. So yeah, becoming a lot of bald spots on the skin, which isn't good. Ear problems are recurring ear infections. You see them a lot. Usually they have something to do with environment or food. Digestive trouble, diarrhea, vomiting, flatulence, all three of them are really common symptoms of allergies and intolerances. Behavioral changes, sometimes restlessness, excessive licking or biting of the paws. This isn't always necessarily an allergy or an intolerance, especially the licking and biting paws, but it can be, and certainly environmental allergies have to be excluded from there, because of course your cat or dog can walk in grass and get an intolerance or an allergy from the grass pollen. How do we make a diagnosis and what are the causes? Of course, an elimination diet is the first thing to do, step-by-step exclusion of food and protein sources. So that is the most common thing to do and is absolutely valid, but it takes a long time. Allergy testing at the vets can be of significant help, especially for environmental allergies. those tests are not foolproof, but they can give a very well or a good indication of what is going on, so we can work with that. What I think is most effective is observing and keeping a diary of symptoms. This means that you will write everything down that has to do with your animal, with your pet. That means that if you go for a morning walk in the woods with your dog, and the next day he's biting and scratching, he's biting his paws, scratching his skin all over, then we might be fairly certain, if that happens again when you go for a walk in the woods and you don't normally do that, that there is something in those woods that causes these symptoms. So it's safe to say that it has something to do with that. Now, of course, we don't know exactly what it will be then, but we can work with that. We can manage those walks, or we can start to make that immune system better. So that is for me a very valid diagnostic tool, especially in combination with the other two. It gives you a fair chance to tackle and to know what the cause of the allergy or intolerance is. Now, we've discussed that the immune system has a huge part in allergies and intolerances, and of course the guts and the intestines are of utmost importance to the immune system. I can tell you that all allergies and intolerances start in the intestines, especially leaky gut. So the intestinal wall that is damaged, for example, will cause leaky gut. So that means that the barrier isn't strong enough anymore to keep all the unprocessed, undigested proteins and toxins in the intestines. So that means that it goes out into the bloodstream, which will cause an immune reaction, which is logical. I feel look at it that way, right? Because this is going through that wall, that intestinal wall. Yeah, we know that the immune system will react. That is also a cause of an unhealthy intestinal flora, and other causes of that is, of course, ultra-processed food. Kibble with fillings and chemical substances won't help the intestinal flora. So we have to make that better before we can do anything. Antibiotics and other medication who will kick the intestinal flora out of balance. It's very important to know that, to be aware of it. Too little variation and too little natural fiber in the diet can also cause an unhealthy intestinal flora, and of course, chronic stress. That's for us. That's the case, and also for our dogs and cats, of course. So, why is it crucial to repair those intestines when there are allergies or intolerances? Well, that healthy intestinal wall will prevent the immune system from overreacting, right? Because that's actually what it is. An allergy or intolerance is that immune system overreacting, right? So we want to have a very diverse intestinal flora to help process and digest all the nutritional substances, and to actively decrease the inflammation in the gut, because that gut is inflamed, of course, because it's not working well at the moment. The good bacteria will also support in breaking down potential allergens. So it's very, very important to get that gut in order before we do anything else. Before we start with all medications and stuff, we have to have a good, healthy gut. Everything starts with the gut, and the gut are your second brain. That's the case for us, but it's also for our dogs and cats. So we need to have that gut health in place before you can really say anything else, or you can really do anything else. Get that in order. So when the gut is healed, or while we are healing the gut, of course, it's not from today to tomorrow that we can fix that. It's not with a finger knip that we can do that. It won't happen overnight. It needs some time, and that is often what we will not be able to give. That time, because we see our dogs and cats suffering, of course. So yeah, we need something to help that dog and cat, of course, and then start to restore the natural gut healing. Adjust nutrition is almost always the first thing to do. We need to get rid of hypoallergen diets and allergen diets because they are no good. You need to feed raw and fresh food for your dog or cat to get the best results. If there is an intolerance or an allergy for a specific protein, then we will not be giving that protein, of course, for a while, just to make sure that we first heal the gut, and then we can start to see if it is possible to add it again. I have to tell you, my dog was tested for an allergy to lamb and beef. Well, she's been eating beef for almost 6 months now. She's been eating lamb a lot less. I think for 3 months now. It's going well. I don't see anything, and there's no reaction whatsoever. So, yeah, the tests were bad. But yeah, it gives us, now that she's raw fed, there's no problem whatsoever. So yeah, natural skincare for like bald spots or sores or whatever on the skin is absolutely vital to help your dog or cat. And support the immune system. So by healing that gut, by healing the intestines, and we might also do something else to support the immune system even better, because that's obviously very, very important. All right. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope you. I wanted to say I hope you learned something, but then we saw that there is another slide on this. I'm so sorry. So common mistakes and misunderstandings. Kibble for sensitive dogs and cats solve the problem. No, it doesn't. Many hypoallergenic and allergenic kibbles still contain a lot of irritating ingredients, especially corn, cornstarch, rice, whatever. That isn't of nutritional value for a dog or cat. If there was nothing to find to eat, a dog or cat would not start to eat a corn cob or start to eat rice. It won't. It won't. So it's not healthy to think that we can fix our dogs and cats with corn or rice, because it's just not of nutritional value. You also see those hydrolyzed ingredients, which I think are just, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just going to say it, they're just stupid. I read the ingredient list of an allergenic food of a very, very, very well-known kibble producer, and there were like hydrolyzed chicken feathers or goose feathers in that kibble. That was the only source of meat for a cat. Yeah, that won't give him any nutritional value whatsoever. It started with the cornstarch, which just isn't of nutritional value at all. The feathers, yeah, dogs and cats will eat feathers off of prey, absolutely, but most likely a cat will spit them back out. Yeah, it will provide some fiber, Yes, but it won't be a main source of nutrition for any dog or any cat. So why give it in kibble? It does not make any sense. So please stay away from these because yeah, they will help you. They will help your dog or cat. Absolutely, they will. Because there's no nutritional value whatsoever. The immune system will not react. Of course not, because there is nothing to react to, right? So I think that's a misconception that it will solve anything. It will solve it, yes, but it will cause other things because your dog will or cat will not have enough nutrition in their body, right? Which leads to you can never cure an allergy. Of course, yeah, well, maybe you can't completely cure it, but you can certainly make it a lot better and you can cause the immune system to not react as hard as it did or to not react at all. I'm fairly certain. I mean, I have my dog who is allergic to beef and lamb who is now not allergic to beef and lamb. There is no immune reaction whatsoever. So, yeah, I cured her allergy, right? I mean, it's safe to say. Antihistamines and prednisone are the only solutions. Natural support is a lot more effective in the long run. What prednisone does is shut down the immune system. And of course, there won't be an immune reaction. That is logical, I think, if you shut it down. But of course, it will also not react to other threats to the body. So be aware of that. If you give your dog or cat prednisone for the rest of their lives, their immune system is going to fail, right? And you'll get another problem. So, yeah. There's a lot of different things you have to consider and be aware of in treating allergies and intolerances. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've learned something. I hope you can work with that. If you have any questions, please, they're always welcome through via my email address. If you want my help personally, you can check our website or send me a message. I will gladly help you. If you like this video, please like the video. Leave a nice reaction if you want to. And subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting pet videos. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Have a good day, and we'll see each other in the next video. Ciao.